Last chapter, Jude declared war. This chapter is what war actually feels like. Hey guys, welcome to Next Chapter English. I'm Anna and we're reading The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Today, chapter 7. Last chapter, Jude told us 3 things she'd been hiding since she was 9 years old. This chapter, they retaliate. Let's go. The chapter opens with 5 words that tell you everything. They don't wait long. After the sword, after Jude's first act of defiance, Cardan and his circle go quiet for the rest of the afternoon's lessons. No immediate retaliation. Just Cardan growing visibly angrier every time Jude answers a question correctly, drawling to Locke, sneering at the lecturer, waiting. On the walk home, Terence says something I've found quite interesting. This isn't like you. You don't pick fights with people. And Jude's answer surprised me. Appeasing them won't help, she says. The more they get away with stuff, the more they believe that they are entitled to have. I hadn't expected that from her. She's calm. She knows she's brought herself worse problems. She says so herself. And yet, having stepped off the edge, what I want to do is fall. The line stayed with me because it tells us where Jude is right now. She's choosing. Then a hand claps over her mouth. What happens next is fast, chaotic, and generally frightening. They are pushed through the woods, laughing and whooping, and then a shove at her shoulders. The horrible shock of cold water. Jude is in the river, waist deep, the current pulling her downstream. Taryn is gripping a boulder nearby, her hair wet, probably having slipped, and Valerian standing on the bank, telling them that there are nixies in the river. If you don't get out before they find you, they pull you under and hold you there. Nixies, by the way, they sound almost pretty. They aren't. Water spirits. Predatory ones. And the pale shapes that Jude starts noticing are circling under the water, moving under the surface. And here is the thing I kept coming back to while reading this scene. Cardan barely does anything. He stands on the bank and watches. Valerian and Nicasia do everything, throwing her notebooks into the water, her inkpot shattering on the rocks and turning the river vermilion. Vermilion meaning deep, vivid red, like the color of old blood. Nicasia kicks water into Jude's face. Valeria makes speeches about Nixie's teeth. Cardan just watches. And yet Jude says, I know this all his doing. I found that really unsettling. He barely speaks, and he is still the one running everything. Quit. Tell Maddox you don't belong here. Give up the tournament. Do that, and I'll save you. And Jude, standing waist deep, Nixie circling, cold current pulling at her legs, looks at him and says, and you'll save Taryn too? She's not even negotiating for herself, even here, even now. Cardan sees it immediately. His gaze goes hungry. Oh, so you'll do what I say for her sake? Does that feel noble? Then he turns to Taryn with a smile. And this is the moment that really got to me. He makes her an offer. Come to the bank, kiss him on both cheeks. And in exchange, she goes free. No consequences for Jude's defiance. The only condition is that she leaves Jude in the river. Taryn stands still for a moment. Go, Jude says. I'll be fine. And Taryn goes. It still hurts when she waits toward the bank. Jude told her to go. She meant it. She knew it was right, and it still hurt. There is something about that line I find it really hard to shake. The loneliness of being the one who stays in the water. Cardan watches her the entire time Taryn kisses his cheeks. His eyes are open, hers are closed. Then comes the speech. We will break you. You're a fragile little thing. would hardly need to try. Give up. Never, Jude says, and Cardan smiles. Never is like forever, too big for mortals to comprehend. Then he turns and walks away. They all do. And Jude drags herself onto the bank and lies there in the mud, taking big gulping breaths of air. The nixies start to surface, opalescent eyes blinking through the foxtails. One begins to crawl onto land. She throws a rock, doesn't come close even to hitting, but the splash is enough. And then she walks home. The last paragraph of this chapter is one of my favorite pieces of writing in this book because it doesn't make the walk home dramatic, it just describes it. Wet boots, one step after the other. Briars and fiddleheads and elms, red-lipped cherries, wood sprites in the bushes. I think about how much I hate them and how much I hate myself, both. And then she stops thinking about that too and just lifts her wet boots. One step, then another. She just pays. What I keep thinking about is what Cardan did in this scene. Think about it for a second. He did not push Jude into the river. He made Taryn an offer she couldn't refuse. That's the move. He found the one thing that Jude would do anything to protect, and he used it without getting his hands wet. There is a line close to the end of the scene. In his eyes, I see all the vast alienness of fairy. And I think that's exactly right. What makes Cardan frightening is not how cruel he is, it's how well he understands people. And here's the question I want to leave with you. Jude told Taryn to go. She meant it, and it still hurt. Do you think Taryn made the right choice? Tell me below, I read every single one. Your free worksheet for chapter 7 is in the description, vocabulary, and a question about the moment I think defines the whole chapter. Download it, it's free. Next week, after everything that's happened, Jude still has to decide whether she wants to fight. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and see you guys then!